Welcome to our member. Okay, hello, good evening, and welcome to our members orientation program. My name is Ralph Johnson, and as always, it's a pleasure to welcome our members to this call. At this point in time, I don't know who will be joining us on the recording, so whether it's good morning, good night, good evening, I just want to welcome you all to this call. It is my pleasure to introduce the speaker to you all on this call. You see, this is someone I met a few years ago. And in meeting him, you know, sometimes you put something on someone that they don't deserve because they remind you of someone else. That is exactly what I did to him. I put some negative attributes on him from someone that I had interacted with in the past. But his personality shone through. And he was one, when I got to know him, I got to understand him, and I knew I loved him. I loved him more than my blood brothers. You see, he showed me that he cared about me. He cared about me even before his success. And there's something that he taught me, and you will hear him say tonight. He taught me that my success will be a byproduct of other people's success. And he said his success would be a byproduct of my success. What did that do to me? It showed me that there was someone who cared more about me than their success. Why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this so that you all will know the type of person I'm introducing. I am speaking directly to his integrity. His integrity, he has been mentored by millionaire mentors, and he has earned 6- and 7-figure income. Not only that, he has helped a lot of people to earn 6- and 7-figure income. He's a loving husband to his wife. He is a great friend, as I said. He's closer to me than my brother. And he is one that I truly appreciate in my life. I told him recently, you know, if I were to count on all my fingers, my friend, he would be the one at the top and maybe the only one, because I know how he cares about me. You see, the person I'm introducing tonight is also one who understands the industry, not just the industry, but he understands this company. And he is one who will explain to you. So I'm telling you tonight, take off whatever mindset, preconceived mindset you may have, and open your mind, because the mind, like a parachute, only works when it is open. So I will now step out of the way of greatness and introduce you all to my brother, my mentor, my friend, Mr. Brian Louis. Mr. Louis, over to you, sir.
Wow, what an absolutely amazing introduction. Thank you so much, Mr. Ralph Johnson, for such a very warm and very honest evaluation of our relationship. I want to thank you so much. You know, I do love you more than at times, you know, my own brothers. You know, I say that openly. I even told that to one of my blood brothers. I often have these heart-to-heart conversations with my mother, my 93, soon to be 94-year young mother. And you know, the stories that I would tell her of true love and friendship that can go well beyond your blood relatives. And you know, I'm just so honored, I'm so happy and so grateful that God really took me through the storm. We're going to talk about that tonight and teach me a level of gratitude for the people that are really, truly there. We've all been there. If you've been there, we're going to start already by saying, been there. How many of us have been there, where there are people that we expected to be there for us, but you get your support, you get your love, you get all of the things that you need at the time when you need it from people that really are angels in your life. I've been there. And so I want to thank you, Mr. Johnson, for standing firm for me in the gap at a time when I truly, you know, was in my darkest hour, you know, the most difficult time in my life, the darkest time of my life. I want to thank you so, so much for being there. Thank you for being with me on this journey, myself, my wife, and your wife on this journey, this long-term journey that we have here at IMMERI. And thank you so much for opening tonight's call. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to tonight's member orientation program. You know, I always love doing this member orientation program because it centers me. It brings me back to exactly why it was that I got started in the IMMERI, why it is that I saw this vision for tens of thousands of other people, why it is that I wanted to play a role, a small role in the success of others. This member orientation program is where I get that. It's where I get the vision coming through. You know, when I first said yes to IMMERI, I just knew that there was something going to be special for many people to come. I didn't know of a Jennifer Millington at the time. I didn't know of Mrs. Mona Edwards-Jones. I didn't know of so many others that have come along in this journey and whose life has been impacted by one decision. Just as your decision can impact the lives of tens of thousands of people. And this member orientation program is what realigns you with that. So I hope that you have your pen and your paper, you're ready to take some notes, and hopefully by the end of this presentation, you would have received something that would be important for you. You know, I always go back to an event. You know, my journey in this industry could have gotten cut short. It could have gotten cut short if I didn't show up for a particular event. You hear me talking about it? When Mighty Muriel and I were at that very same event, Mighty Muriel listened to the same presentation by the same gentleman, and she heard you have to do what's necessary. You don't have to do what you consider to be enough. You have to do what is necessary in order for you to become successful in this industry. But what I heard was one person with courage is the majority. One person. It just takes one person that has the courage not to quit on themselves. One person that does not have that spirit of being sad, that spirit of being of double-minded, of wondering whether it was that you did this, of that mindset of not showing up, that mindset of just thinking, you know what, I'll be there for the next one, I'll be on the next one, I've got something better to do. That mindset that in most cases will derail people from this industry. I've seen it so many times. And so tonight we're going to realign ourselves with our member orientation program. I want to thank all of the people that showed up here to this live presentation. Let's do a quick little roll call before we jump in. Very excited with what I have to share. I'm sharing one of my all-time favorite topics on gratitude. I'm going to be sharing some very, very poignant notes on that. So you want to have your pen and paper for that. That is ultimately, if you were to think of Brian Louis tries to embody gratitude. I'm always grateful, always grateful for every single thing that happens in my life, good and not so good. It's either an opportunity to win at something or it's an opportunity to learn from something. Sometimes we go through things in life in order to learn. God allows us to learn lessons. So I want to welcome you again, Mr. Ralph Johnson. Thank you. My wife, Alicia, although she just came home from work, just ran in the shower, had a quick shower. I want to thank you, Alicia, for being here always in this journey and always on these calls, no matter how tired you are. I really appreciate it. Miss Allison over there, I believe it's Tobago. Allison, I want to welcome you to the call. Always here. Thank you so much, Mr. Arthur Gomez and Carol Gomez, not too far away. Always plugged in. That's a clue, my friends. You've got to stay plugged in order for you to become successful at anything. We're going to talk about that. Cassie, who was always here. Cassandra, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being here, always on the calls. Cassie says that she loves the testimony, she loves the learning, she loves the growth. I want to thank you, Cassie, for being here on the call. Mrs. Charlene Johnson, also, although you get up so early in the morning, I want to thank you for being here for our member orientation program. Mr. Dennis John, thank you so much, always being here, learning and growing. I always look so forward to seeing you at our events. I'm seeing Linda Emmanuel, another very faithful Immerian. Thank you so much for being here, Linda, and laying such a beautiful foundation for other people to come. I'm waiting to see you win. I'm here waiting to see you win, Linda. I know that it's going to happen for you. I'm seeing Garth Daniel. Garth is a new member, so I want to welcome you, Garth. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm seeing Mr. Incredible, Jason Francis, always plugged in, always on the call. Thank you again, Jason, for being here. I'm seeing Jennifer. I believe this is Jennifer Millington, who I referred to a little while ago. I didn't see her, Jennifer. I knew someone was going to be here, but I'm so happy it's you, Jennifer, and your awesome, awesome husband, Kevin. I want to thank you for being here on tonight's call. I'm seeing Lucia, who's all the way in the United States. Thank you, Lucia, for being plugged in, our first influencer from the USA. I want to thank you, Lucia, for being here. I'm seeing Miss Mona Edwards-Jones. Mona, thank you so much. I have two brand new members going into her team. One was her sister, who she tried to share IMMERI with a long time ago until her sister needed our products. That was a major, major clue. Her sister developed an issue that Mona was very proud to share her testimony. And her sister says, I want a case of Adwell. So it was just so awesome listening to that story. Thank you, Mona, for being here. Thank you so much. Mighty Muriel Lezama, another stalwart of our IMMERI journey, another pillar of our IMMERI journey. I'm so grateful that I asked you to come and just to be there for our first live event where you got why it was. I was so excited about the future here. Thank you so much, Mighty Muriel, for joining us. Nikolai John, I'm seeing Nikolai. Thank you, Nikolai, always being plugged in as well. Miss Rishma Sambanasia. Wow, Rishma is so awesome. My personally sponsored member, Rishma. I want to thank you so much for being here. I know that this presentation is going to be awesome. It's going to be right up your alley. Another lady that is so grateful. Oh my goodness. She also embodies gratitude. Thank you, Rishma, for being here. Mr. Rolf McDonald Doyle is here. Rolf, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for saying yes. Your yes was a great inspiration for Mr. Arthur Gomez saying yes. And so I want to thank you, Rolf, for being here as well. And I'm seeing the last person I'm seeing here is Samsung SMN97575F. So I want to welcome you. 22 people that are on the call now. I want to thank you all so much. Maria Daniel, so nice to see you here. Haven't seen you here for a while. Maria, it's so awesome for you to be here. Thank you so much for being on tonight's call. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Jerome just joined us too. Jerome Seeley, I want to welcome you. Another one of my personally sponsored members. Thank you so much for being here. Tonight's presentation is going to be awesome. Why is it going to be awesome? Because I've got a lot to share on gratitude, and I've got a lot to share about really the future of what we're doing here at IMMERI. And so, my friends, let's jump into tonight's presentation. And so this member orientation program is really designed for us members. It's designed for us to really come into alignment. I always say that it is in order for us to come into alignment, realignment. The people who miss this member orientation program, they will eventually quit. My friends, I'm just telling you the truth. People who do not plug in, who do not find the information that allows them to be inspired on this journey, inspired towards a goal, they will eventually quit. They will be along for a while, and it's okay. We talk about the numbers in our industry. It's just a reality. And so this member orientation program is where we come together to increase our knowledge about IMMERI, and we also in Trinidad, we use this as an opportunity for personal growth and development as well. So we don't just use it for IMMERI, but we use it for our own personal growth as well. And so in this member orientation program, we start with where our inspiration comes from, our mission. You see, we endeavor to be the pride as one of the foremost achievers of the world's direct selling industry. Our goal is for people to be proud, to look at us as a community and be proud, knowing that we do things right, knowing that we do things where we care about each other and where we care about the people that use our product. So we want to be proud of IMMERI. We are led by three awesome gentlemen. Mr. Lau Chong-Wan, our chairman and CEO. He has a bachelor's degree that he earned in 1993 from the Brunel University in West London. He's been in this industry for more than 25 years. He has been at the top of many top-level direct selling companies, top shelf direct selling companies. And he has held upper positions in many, many companies in many other countries. So he is a leader with expertise in operational management, strategy planning, financial management, market development, product development, sales, and public relations. And so very, very, very strong and astute gentleman that we have here leading the charge here at IMMERI. He is supported by his mentor, Mr. Tan Kam Fu, our group executive senior vice president. And see, so Mr. Tan Kam Fu that I had a chance to be around for a little bit during the last week. He has a master's degree in business administration, graduated from Southern California University, been involved in this industry for over 30 years. And so he has participated in market planning, coordination, implementation, evaluation of market activities. So he has expertise in planning, development, implementation, implementing marketing strategies, and the general direction of the company. And so he develops new markets and create strategies for the Southeast Asia region specifically. We also have Mr. Yapwa Yen. He's our Group Executive Vice President and the President for IMMERI International Markets. So Trinidad and Tobago falls within the purview of international markets. Very first one in the Western Hemisphere. He also has a Bachelor's of Law degree that he attained in 1993, also from the Brunel University. He is one of the great friends of our president, Mr. Lau Chong-Wan. And he also has been in the direct selling industry since 2002. And so he has successfully brought direct selling companies to over 30 countries worldwide, in particular in Africa. And so he has held positions of Chief Information Officer, Chief Operating Officer, and Chief Executive Officer in direct selling companies for over a decade. One of the things that I learned in the last conversation that we shared with our board of directors is that they are men that are transparent. They don't hide behind the corporate boardroom, make decisions, and everybody else just abides by that. They take in the information, they take in their inspiration from members. And that is something that is very, very beautiful. And they said openly, it was amazing when Mr. Lau Chong-Wan in that meeting, he said, the African market is virgin territory for me. I do not know much about the African market. I know a lot about the Asian market. I don't know much about this market. And my friends, let me tell you something. They are not afraid to come into Western Hemisphere because they know that they can trust our leadership in giving them the right picture. We've done so in the past. We have changed the things in IMMERI in order for us to be able to match what is required in the Western Hemisphere. So what I'm saying is that we have a board of directors that is willing to listen to the voices of the members and not just create decisions in silos. That's very, very unique, a very, very unique attribute that we have here at IMMERI. And so what is our mission? To bring happiness to ourselves and our family. That's the goal. The goal is for people to be happy. I'll never forget Dr. Queen Kamoda, when I first was introduced to IMMERI and I went there for the very first time, the number one question that she constantly asked me is, Brian, are you happy? Are you happy? That was the number one question. Every time I saw her, she would just say, are you happy? It could be at the beginning of a presentation or at the end of a presentation. We had a beautiful meal while I was there the first time, and I'll never forget. Everything was, are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you feeling a sense of happiness with what we're doing? You see, that's our goal, to make people happy. It's not just money. That's the thing. Our industry is known to create more millionaires than any other industry. It's the truth. You have the best chance of becoming a millionaire here in this industry than doing any other thing on God's green earth. You could choose anything else, but you have the ability here to become a millionaire through your own happiness. The happiness comes first. And so we want to really help people to become happy with our healthy products, our financial freedom that is in our compensation plan, continuous personal growth and development, and of course, by giving back to society. And so our journey started in 2016. Many of us, and myself included, never even heard the word IMMERI in 2016. My life was in a completely different place in 2016, to be honest. Very, very different place. But this is when in 2016, the company first opened its first office in China in order to service that Asian market. In 2017, the company then launched in Malaysia. Malaysia was then an opportunity to now get the products in one central location and begin distribution of the products in different territories. That happened in 2017. Then in 2018, because Mr. Yap Yen was very, very versed in the African market, having spent many, many years promoting companies, bringing companies into Africa, the company launched in Ghana in 2018. It was because of Mr. Yap Yen. And through his leadership, the company then expanded into the giant of Africa, being Nigeria, over 200 million people in population. And so here we have brick and mortar facilities in all of these locations. And so in 2021, we did something groundbreaking. You see, many people join IMMERI and they take so much for granted, not realizing just the infrastructure to get the product shipped from Malaysia to Trinidad and Tobago was a really, really big deal, a very big deal. Anyone that has been involved in any business, any brick and mortar business, understands as a business person, it's not an easy thing to do. A customer or somebody that's employee-minded, they don't think about these things. They don't think that, wait a minute, you mean that we have distribution and I don't have to touch it? Someone can actually purchase products, I get paid, and I don't have to touch it. I don't even have to think about the infrastructure for me to earn income. My friends, in 2021, this is where IMMERI created an opportunity for all of us, all 800 Trinidadians. Here in 2021, IMMERI had a vision for you. IMMERI had a vision that to create an infrastructure for people in the Philippines, in Brunei, in Morocco, Algeria, Trinidad and Tobago, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Qatar, Yemen, Bahrain, Iraq, and the UAE to be able to receive the IMMERI products without you having to ship it to them yourself. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Some people don't see the forest for the trees. You see, it's only because I was deeply involved in this that I can tell you, my friends, it did not happen easily. The infrastructure did not happen easily, but yet so many people take it for granted, and so many people will. We want people to take it for granted, but capitalize on it. Use all of this infrastructure in order for you to free yourself and be happy. So here at IMMERI, we produce products in good conscience. What does it mean? It means that we will produce products that we ourselves will use. And as far as possible, our products will be green, natural. You don't have to worry about the efficacy of our products. You don't have to worry about the quality of our products. We know that our products are safe. Why do we know that we are safe? We are safe because we have our certifications. Our company has the certifications. I saw something from one of our members recently. I was asking for the financial statements of our company. They wanted the financial statements of our company in order to be able to invest $1,000 US in products, or to invest $215 in products from our company. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? It's just so, it always just tickles me pink, because people don't want the financial, they don't want the financial information for companies that they buy from every single day. Anybody ever asked for the financial statements of KFC in order to buy KFC? Is there anybody that ever went to Pennywise and decided that they wanted to get the financial statements of Pennywise, or they wanted to get the certifications of the products that they purchased from Pennywise? It's absolutely and utterly ridiculous. I told our member, just cut it and bypass that person. They do not have the mindset of an entrepreneur. They have the mindset of an employee, a very, very poor employee. This person, no matter how much money they have, for them to be able to look at this opportunity and understand what it is, and also financial statements of the company is absolutely ludicrous. But anyway, my friends, here we have products that we're so proud of. We have our vagine that has gotten the world's best halal brand. We also have our certifications that allow us to now represent our products that have been created with good conscience. We also have the best natural anti-aging products in the world. So many of us enjoy our Adwal. We enjoy our Alihat. We enjoy our Femtima. We enjoy our vagine. All of our products are absolutely amazing, and they satisfy the needs of people. That's the most important thing. The most important thing about IMMERI is, do you have a need? Do you have a physical need to feel better? It starts there. Once you have a need to be physically better, you can then vouch for the efficacy of our products. After you can vouch for the efficacy of our products, you can then vouch for the efficacy of our company. That's how it works. It doesn't work the other way around. So I often tell people involved in IMMERI, you lead with the product. You don't lead with the comp plan. Lead with the product, don't lead with the comp plan. Most people that want to make money, they don't look at value. You know, I had a great mentor who would always say that I work with people who want what we have, not people who need what we have. What do I mean by that? Because people that come to this industry with a need for money, their vision is cloudy. Their vision is very cloudy. They will go to anything that can give them an extra buck. It's the truth. Can I tell you the truth? People that come and they want our products, they have a desire to now share with other people. Their desire is not rooted in money. They go a lot further because they're now rooted in value. This is one thing I'm very proud of with the community that we built here in Trinidad and Tobago. Every single person has value for our products first, and then has value for the comp plan as they now start to share with other people. It's the way that it's designed. And so let me share with you what I'm talking about with that value with our synergistic board breaking plan. And so here, IMMERI has created something, and I pray that it never changes for a long, long time, has created something that is simple and straightforward. IMMERI has created a system that has a very fair payout. IMMERI has created a system that gives you a speed of return. As long as you're moving fast, you will see a speed of return. It's also very collaborative, meaning that you have to work together in order for you to be successful. It's not just about the numbers. In a binary system, you will have left leg and right leg. Put 20 people in on your left, put 20 people in on your right. You'll be a diamond consultant. Take it from someone who has been a diamond consultant in the binary plan. Very first company. I managed to put 20 people on my left, and I think I put 18 people on my right, and I was able to become a diamond in 18 months in that company by simply following that system. Here at IMMERI, the system is much simpler because most people tell themselves that they can't sponsor so many people. So IMMERI has created a system that's made for everyone. I'm going to share with you exactly why I say so. So first of all, let's talk about how someone joins IMMERI. Someone joins IMMERI with what we call the startup package. This is something that's new. It was created in response to the market. There were many people that said, you know what, I love IMMERI, but I don't have the money to even start at Classic. So IMMERI responded and said, okay, you want a smaller package? We're going to give you a smaller package. It's going to come with 500 points. It's going to come with a variety of samples that you can choose from. There won't be any board structure, but if you choose to move forward from this small package, you could get promoted to that classic level that you said that you couldn't afford. You can still move up to that classic level when you sponsor 3 people. That's it. So if it is that you want to get started and move up with your sweat equity, you can get started with the smallest package possible and move forward, or become a customer, put your toe in the water and just use our products. That's fine with us. And so the next way that you can get started is at the classic package. The classic package was also in response to the market in Africa. My friends, when IMMERI was in Asia exclusively. The two ways that people could get started is what we call the agency package and the wholesale package. Those were the two packages in IMMERI. One was 5,000 points and the other one was, I think, 10,000 points. What that meant was that the two ways to get started was just at the agency level and above. But when IMMERI went into Africa, people in Nigeria and Ghana said, you know what, there are people that can't afford that agency package. IMMERI responded. IMMERI said, you know what, we're going to create a package called the Classic Package. It's going to come at 1,000 points. It's going to have a synergistic board structure so that people can move forward from that package, and you will get an automatic upgrade to the real board, the associate board, after you've now brought in people and gotten through the pre-elite associate cycle. Isn't that amazing? In response to what people are saying, IMMERI created this classic package. Then we have the agency package. The agency package is where the rubber hits the road. It's where most people find that they're able to move forward faster. You would think that classic being less money, people would move faster in the classic board. No. Why no? No, because when people have more skin in the game, that we call it, when people get started at agency, they've made an effort to get in at that level, they have more heart, they have more drive, they have more dedication because they put out more money. Some people can sneeze out $1,400 and not even worry about it. Do you think I'm talking crazy? How much money people spend at carnival time? Think about it. How much do people spend just going out to dinner, taking your family out to dinner, taking your family out to a nice time? There's so many people that can sneeze $1,400. But when you've got 7,000 TT dollars in, you find that people are able to move faster. They move harder, they move with a hunger at that level. But still, IMMERI says, even if you get started at classic, you can come up to this level. Even if you get started at the starter package, you could come up to classic and you could come up to agency, and everything that the agency package has, you will have it. So for the people that get started at classic, who now rank advanced to the agency level, you are entitled to your 30% discount. Isn't that cool? IMMERI doesn't say, you know what, you started at classic or you started at startup, so you stay at that discount level. No. IMMERI says if you get started at the startup, you'll be entitled to 5% discount. When you then, through your sweat equity, you come up to the next level, you'll be entitled to your 10%. And when you come up to the agency level, you'll be entitled to your 30%. And so, my friends, let me share with you how our synergistic board system works. It is designed to help people to win. It is designed to help regular, everyday people that have failed in this industry to become successful. There's so many people in IMMERI that have never, ever gotten to any rank advancement, ever. But they're able to become successful here at IMMERI because of how this is designed. It's designed for you to be able to succeed with the smallest number of people possible. Look at this. Let's say you're the person up at the top. You're the person that made a decision to get started in IMMERI. When you invite A1, A2, and A3, you have now crossed into that realm of people that have quit before they got their third person. It's true. Most people in this industry will sponsor 0 to 2 people. It's true. It's true. For those of you that are on this call and have not sponsored your third person, you're in the majority bucket. What we're saying in IMMERI is come up one more level. Just be more than ordinary is what we're saying, and you can become successful. Because here, when A1, A2, and A3 get started, you have now gotten over that speed bump of that third person. I'm not lying, I'm telling you the truth. So here, when A1, A2, and A3 get started, what's going to happen is they're going to do what you do. They're not going to do what you say. That's one thing that I've always prided myself on in this industry. No one can ever come and say, Brian Louis, preaches something that he doesn't do. Never. Because I'm always the type of leader that will do it first. And I will give you time to watch me and duplicate what it is I'm doing. A great mentor, write this down, who would say that they are watching you. The people that you are inviting into IMMERI, they are watching you. The people that you have invited into IMMERI, they are watching you, and they will do what you do. And so in this example, A1 brings in B1, B2, and B3. A2 brings in C1, C2, and C3. A3 brings in D1, D2, D3. And the duplication goes down at the next level and it continues on. In a perfect world, this is how it would go automatically. But this is not a perfect world. You can't make the minimum your maximum. Let's get that out of the way one time. Here at IMMERI, it's designed for you to have success with the smallest number of people possible. But let's be honest, sometimes people come in with the best of intentions, and for one reason or the other, they get distracted. Sometimes they get derailed by other people. Sometimes they get derailed by circumstances. Sometimes they get derailed by their own fear. Sometimes they get derailed by their focus on other things. It happens. So that's why you simply keep telling the story of IMMERI. But if you were to just follow this simple system, this is how it works. On the upper level, you see the team leader here on our synergistic board. You have the team leader over on the left. This is the person in the elite position. You have P, Q, R, S, T, and U representing people that are on the upper level of the board. You also have their qualifications. And this is where I always tell people, IMMERI tells you the truth. Because this, what you're seeing here, if you were to log into your back office and you looked at your synergistic board, this is what you will see. This is the reality in our industry. You will see P with 1 qualification. You will see Q with 2 qualifications. You will see R with 1 qualification. You will see S with 0 qualifications. You'll see T with 2 qualifications and U with 0 qualifications. Didn't I just tell you this is what happens in our industry? I've been in this industry long enough to tell you, my friends, that as you bring people in, you will find that some people will quit before they get to that 3. That speed bump of that 3. For whatever reason, it's just a law of averages. And so here you have P, Q, R, S, T, and U that have their qualifications. But when you get started, you now follow the system that I'll talk about very quickly tonight. And you bring in your 3 people. You bring in your A1, your A2, and your A3. You have now been a little bit more. You have now proven yourself to be a little bit better than the far majority of the people in this industry. You've now brought yourself up into the 90% realm. The 90% realm. If I'm not mistaken, 90% of the people that will be in this industry, 90% will do 0 to 2 people. 0 to 2. It's only the people that are now over 90%, they will now bring in 3 people. So now you brought in A1, A2, and A3. Guess what? Duplication. A1 has watched you. A1 has brought in B1, B2, and B3. Duplication. A1 now has 3 qualifications. So you and A1 have bypassed P, Q, R, S, T, and U because you have proven yourself to be a bit more. Then A2 starts by bringing in C1. My friends, by working together, you, A1 and A2, have now broken the board. You have now scattered this board. You have bypassed P, Q, R, S, T, and U, who were in IMMERI before you. Beautiful thing here at IMMERI is that we don't keep you back. You and A1, because you have 3 qualifications, you now both get promoted to the elite position on the next board. You are now the team leader. You are now the leader of the board. You are now on the ramp in order to get to the next rank, the executive level. But here now, this is where you contribute as Mighty Muriel and every single person that I coach, guide, and mentor. I coach, guide, and mentor the people that I personally sponsored to do exactly what I did. What did I do? When I first got started and I really decided to move forward, I brought in people and broke the board, got to the elite position, and I continued to help people, to bring people into IMMERI, as well as I continued sponsoring myself. So I didn't just sit back and watch the people that I brought into IMMERI do the work. Not at all. I helped them by doing presentations, by providing tools, by sharing information, by sharing links to calls, by keeping them inspired. I helped them to now continue to move forward. But I also continued to be in zone 1. What is zone 1? Zone 1 is where I was sponsoring people as well. And so what you do is you now contribute to the activity on the lower level of the board, and the board will split again. You and A1 will get rank advanced to executive. A2 and A3 that are your personally sponsored members, they will now take the elite position. This is why I always say that you always want to have successors. It's not just about volume. In IMMERI, it's not just about volume sales. It's about creating that path for other people to follow you. And so really quickly, this is the money on the board. As you are on the upper level of the board and people are getting started on the lower level, you'll be earning money. Every time we put someone in, Mona is about to put someone in, her sister at the agency level. She's getting ready to put that person in. We tried putting them in, but we didn't have enough stock. But now we have stock, Mona, so now we can put your sister in. Now there are people on that board. Mona isn't even on that board. Mona is an executive. But by Mona putting her sister in on that, guess what? There are people on that level that will be earning income. I believe she's going in on Mr. Incredible's board. Mr. Incredible, without even knowing Mona's sister, without even knowing Mona very well, Mona is paying you. Isn't that awesome? I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the board that she's going to go on. And so what I'm saying, my friends, is that here with one qualification, remember I was talking about what people will do 0 to 2? Even if you have one qualification, you will earn a $3,840 TT in one cycle. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, since bringing in one person. If you brought 2 people in, you will earn $7,480. If that was all that you did, you're guaranteed $7,680. And if you have 3 or more and you're not the elite, you're guaranteed $11,520. Isn't that amazing? That through the efforts and energies of other people, you earn income. And if you are the elite on the board, then you get your elite bonus immediately when you get to that rank, to the elite associate level, you're at $835. As you now see people coming into the lower level of the board, you have a total of $1,669 in team bonuses, plus your promotion bonus of $835. You're guaranteed $3,339. So anybody who's at the elite associate position, this is their guaranteed minimum income. At the executive level, it gets a little bit higher. If you have 0 qualifications, there are people on the executive board. Mr. Rob Johnson is the elite, and we are working diligently to break that board. And so there are people with 0 qualifications, they have guaranteed $664. But if they have 1 qualification, meaning that you've helped 1 person to go from the associate level to the executive level, you will earn $1,336 for every executive that comes in the lower level of the board. And so there are people on the upper level of the board that have 1 qualification. So every time a brand new executive comes to that board, they earn $167. So with 10 cycles, you're guaranteed $13,360. And with 2 or more qualifications per cycle, you're guaranteed $2,352. If you do nothing else, and we have 10 cycles, you earn $23,520 TT. And as an elite executive, you would have gotten your elite bonus of $8,342. You get your team bonuses amounting to $16,749. And you get your promotion bonus of $8,342 TT. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So you have a guaranteed $33,433. But on the manager board, this is the final board in our synergistic system. Even without any qualifications, you will earn $6,672 in one cycle. With one qualification, you're guaranteed $133,440, $13,344 per cycle. And with 2 or more qualifications, you're guaranteed $200,000. And when you become the elite manager, you get $83,422 as an elite bonus. You get a team bonus of $166,000 and another $83,000 when you now get promoted to director. My friends, isn't $333,000 worth it? Isn't it worth it? How many of us believe that it's worth it? If you believe it's worth it, I'm going to speed things along. I don't want to run out of time. If you think it's worth it, just say worth it. You can take a snapshot of the screen. Just take a snapshot of the screen. How does this happen? It happens exactly how you see Mr. Ralph Johnson building this business. As you see Mighty Muriel building this business. As you see Mr. Arthur Gomez building this business. As you see people building this business. What they're doing is they keep staying plugged in. They keep sponsoring people. They're not just living off of motivational quotes. They're in the journey. They're in the journey. I tell people all the time, there are so many people that come into this industry. There are three categories. There are some people that will come and they will just enjoy the products. It's okay. There are some people that will just be in for the journey. You just love on them, as my mentor would say. You just love on them. You just hit them a pat on the back, say, I want to welcome you, encourage them along. But those are the people that will just be in it for just being a part of the journey. And it's okay. It's okay. But then there are some people that are determined. They say, you know what? I want to get the most out of this. I want to get the most fulfillment out of this. And these are the people that are relentless in sharing the opportunity with others. It's not just lip service. They come to me all the time for three-way calls, myself and Mr. Johnson. They come to us all the time in order to help them to now share with other people, help them to put people on. Mr. Anthony Moore putting in a brand new person that he hasn't done in a long time. So he was telling me, you know what, a little bit embarrassed by this, a little bit ashamed, but how do we do it? And I was like, it's okay. I want you to now know that you're in a safe space. He was able to put in someone for his wife, Joan. And so, my friends, what I'm saying to you is that you have to be in the journey. Let this motivate you, knowing that someone is going to earn this money. You know, I always tell you all the time, I never lie to you. I always tell you that I'm always looking to help people to get to this level. I'm always looking to create that diamond out of Trinidad and Tobago. Those diamonds, those emeralds, that's the goal. And so in order to do that, you have to have the raw material of qualifications. You have to have 7 qualifications going into that manager board. You have 7 qualifications going into that manager board. You're setting yourself up for a very, very large organization. People are from all around the world. It doesn't happen if you just have 3 people. It's the truth. So you always have to be in that zone of sharing with other people, bringing other people into our community. That's how you do it. And so here at IMMERI, we know that we have the rewards. As an associate, you know that you will earn $490 US. We know that as an executive, you will earn $4,900. And we know as a manager, you will earn a minimum of $49,000 US. We know this, we've proven this. There are many people that have gone from associate level to the executive level and have cleared that income. We have people that have moved now, are moving now from the executive level up to the managerial level, and they're earning the income. So we know that the doorway has been created, is being created for other people. We also earn money from retailing and sponsoring. In a major way, the bigger part of your income is going to be from the sponsoring. So in our daily action plan, all we do is we expose IMMERI, we expose the business and our products, we follow up with our 4 prospective members daily, and we keep doing that consistently. And so we have a simple system that allows us to do it. We call it the introduction, the presentation, and the validation. The introduction is where we use our 45-second video that just opens the conversation about IMMERI. People don't know about IMMERI. And so we open the conversation with that 45-second video. Then we share the second video, the 3-minute video. In the 3-minute video, we now talk about the products. People find themselves in the conversation about the products. And then we bring people into the conversation of seeing the bigger picture. They can see the bigger picture on this training. They can see the bigger picture through our infinite impact. And they can see the bigger picture through our IMMERI business opportunity presentation. And they can see the bigger picture from our live events. That's it. That's our system. Then the final thing to do is the validation. This is where you have your third-party validation that this really works. The third-party validation, it really allows people, most people that get to this validation, they join. It's the truth. The people who come into the validation call, that three-way call, that three-way Zoom call, they join, the far majority of them. That's a clue. That's a clue. The far majority make the decision that they like what they see and they like what they hear. They've now heard it from someone else, third-party validation, and now they want to become a part of IMMERI for our products or for the business. So in the validation, they meet the leaders, they see the vision, and they get their questions answered in a way that it allows them to see themselves in this vision. And so what we're saying is that as you stick to this template, you don't have to do it forever. I always tell people you don't have to do it forever, but you just have to make the decision to do it. Well, for me, there are times when I'm in recruit mode. When I'm focused in bringing people into IMMERI, and I go into that mode and I'm simply doing it over and over and over, and I get to my 104 people. You just go through it. You just make the decision and go through it. You don't have to be casual about it. You make a decision and you go for it, but you don't stop. You don't make one call today and say, you know what, I just got somebody who told me no, so I'm good. No, you make your full list, you go through your list, you go through the law of averages. You know, at Mass earlier on Saturday, I'm a Roman Catholic, as most of you know already. And at Mass, the reading was about Jesus healing the lepers, healing people of leprosy. And there were, I think it was 10 of them that came to him, and only one came back to say thank you. Only one turned back to say thank you and give thanks to God. And Jesus asked, where are the other 9? My friends, that's the law of averages. That's the law of averages. You will get 1 person out of 10, or you will get 2 out of 10, or you will get so good that you may get 3 out of 10. Me, my average is 2 out of 10. That's my average. And so what we're saying is that we can always tell when people are really, really after it in IMMERI. When they're really, really after it in IMMERI, it shows in the numbers. You can't lie. It shows in the numbers. And so if you're going through 104 people, we know through the law of averages, you'll get 5%, 5 agencies. We know that you will get 15%, 15 agencies, and we know that you'll get 20%, 20 agencies. You just get better, you get stronger, you get more information, you get more inspired, and of course you get more success. And so here at IMMERI, what we're saying is that the boards is just 1/3 of the journey. Amazingly, 1/3 of the journey is $54,425 US. That's 1/3 of the journey. The other 1/3 of the journey is when you become a director, when you now start earning your 1% to 2% to 3% to 4% of the people, that the registrations that are coming in every day. And then when you get to the ambassador level, the sapphire, the emerald, the diamond, you've now started to create personally sponsored directors. You have personally sponsored directors when you're there at the ambassador level. So guess what it is that I am laying the foundation for? Brian, with me, I'm helping people to grow into that ambassadorial level with the foundation of where they are right now through their qualifications. So that's why I always say, don't make the minimum your maximum, because you need more people in order to magnify the number of people that will actually, or amplify the number of people that will actually hear about IMMERI through you. That's how this works. And so here at IMMERI, you have our repeat sales bonus. I saw where some members were asking for products. They want to get products to people. You've got to do your reorder. Not because we want to earn money off of you, but because you need the product. My friends, I was without some Advil for a few days. And can I tell you, I returned to being constipated. Did I enjoy it? Not at all. Not at all. I couldn't wait for the product. I couldn't wait for the Advil so that I could go to the bathroom and have a natural bowel movement and feel clean when I'm done. I didn't like the feeling of being bloated, being filled with stuff that I know that I wanted to get out. So what did I do? I reordered product. And so at startup level, when you do your repurchase and you now have members that you personally sponsor that do their repurchase, IMMERI says, we're going to give you 5% back in cash for what you purchased, and we're going to give you 5% as a bonus of the people that you've sponsored when they do a reorder. Then at classic level, it goes down 5 layers deep, where when you make your purchase, again, you get 5% paid back to you in cash, and you get 5% of all of the purchases that go down 5 levels. And at the agency level, this is where you get the most. This is where you get the most possible. At the associate level and above, so when you go from agency to executive to manager, you're now entitled to that 5% paid back to you in cash on your own order, and 5% of all of the orders down to 10 levels deep with compression. Meaning that if someone on your second level did not do an order, the person on your third level who has done an order comes up to the second level and you get your 5% there. Therefore, you will never be without your 10 levels of repeat sales bonus. So in this little graph here, let me tell you what it really means. What it means is that here you can build a community where the message is 3 by 3. The message would be, I have sponsored 3 and I'm teaching my people to sponsor 3. That's what this means. It means my action has been, I'm sponsoring 3 people, and the 3 people that I've sponsored, I'm going to teach them to sponsor 3. And by duplication, those people are going to sponsor 3. What this graphic is saying is that as you do this 3 by 3 by 3, it's going to take you more time and more effort in order for you to become successful. You can do as others did, I do, you go 4 by 4 by 4. I will sponsor 4 people and I will teach the people in my community to sponsor 4. It takes less time, less effort. Or you could go 5 by 5 by 5 or 6 by 6 by 6. The goal is the more people that you sponsor, the more that you're widening your net. It's the more people that will actually be hearing and seeing IMMERI because of you. And so we have our training cycle. We have our business opportunity presentation that acts as training. We have our member orientation program. We have our board breaking forum, our business startup, our product mastery, our growth center, train the trainer training, T3 training, and we have our velocity camp training. IMMERI is all about growth, personal growth and business growth. And so all of these events ensure that people are growing as it is that they're earning income and moving forward. So my friends, stay informed, stay connected here at IMMERI. We encourage you to go to our IMMERIgrowthuniversity.com and of course go to our Facebook pages as well. We have our points, our cash points, our register points, purchase points, repeat reserve points, which I call IMMERI points. We have our travel points and our repeat sales points. So now let's turn the page for a few minutes. I'm not going to stay very, very long, but as I shared, this is a very, very important topic. It's gratitude. You know, I heard something said, and I know that it's true. On the weekend, I learned that ingratitude is worse than, I can't remember the name for it, but it's obia, witchcraft. Ingratitude is worse than witchcraft. You can write that down. Ingratitude is worse than witchcraft. What do I mean by that? My friends, without gratitude, you don't have a foundation for a really, really happy life, happy existence. How do I know? Every single person that has ever been successful at anything outside of this industry, inside of this industry, anyone that has been successful at anything, think about it, they've always exhibited gratitude. The people who are not grateful, they have a difficult time. They usually go through a lot of turmoil. They create a lot of turmoil, and they're always in the midst of turmoil because of ingratitude. But what we want to do is we always want to build a community here in IMMERI of being grateful. So I pulled this out and I wanted to share this with all of our members about gratitude. You know, I always say that I'm always so grateful for anyone that says yes to IMMERI. Each person is a building block in our community. Because of course you can't quit in IMMERI and things roll back. Once someone picks up a position on the board, they stay there for life. And so what gratitude does is that it shields you from negativity. Please write some of this stuff down or take a picture, and you can now go back and you can now meditate on it. You see, when you are grateful, you now have this shield around you from negativity. You cannot possibly be grateful and negative. It's not possible. It's not possible. In our country, there is so much negativity. True or not true? True or not true? From the political arena, to the social arena, to the job arena, there's just so much negativity in our country. And it's because so many people are not grateful. Alicia and I went to Africa. And one of the things Alicia said is, oh my God, seeing how people live, how they exist, how they strive, how they struggle, how they make the best of their amenities that they have, it made her so grateful for Trinidad. She felt so grateful to be able to walk the streets of Charlotte Street, knowing that there was a pavement to walk on, having seen the market in one of the states in Nigeria. You see, when you're grateful, you no longer have that negativity. You don't see things through the negative lenses. You see things being grateful for what you have, and you're not ungrateful for the things that you do not have. You never start thinking about what you do not have. So you never exist in a spirit of negativity. So that's why for me, my friends, I'm never negative. You never hear me saying anything negative. You always see me smiling because it's this aura of gratitude. I'm always grateful for having something that I know that I'm not always entitled to. It doesn't have to be this way. I can be without it. So I have to be grateful that I have it, like this opportunity. So gratitude also makes you at least 25% happier. Why am I always smiling? I'm always smiling because I'm always happy for what it is that I have. And I'm never simply keep on longing and clinging to the things that I do not have. I see it into the future, and I encourage you to see it in the future, but be happy for what you have. Be happy for the little that you have. We all have financial struggles, myself included. There are things that I wish that I could have right now that I don't. But I don't focus on that. I focus on being able to do everything that I can do without it. And so it makes me happy. I feel 25% happier, and I enjoy it. It also rewires your brain. And so this gratitude, when you're grateful, it reprograms your brain based on what you see. So there's something that I always say. I always say that if it is that you pray for rain, prepare for mud. Because some people would say, you know what, like my mom, she loves the rain. She loves the rain, but she doesn't like the thunder and lightning. So the other day it was raining and it was thunder and lightning. And she was like, ooh. And I said, Mom, you were the one that wanted the rain. Don't forget you wanted the rain. So you're going to have to deal with the thunder and lightning. So when you're grateful for the rain, you prepare for the mud, you prepare for it. And so you don't feel depressed by it. You welcome it. It also eliminates stress. The more that you are grateful for what it is that you have, you're less stressed about the things that you do not have. My friends, I could write a book on just this one alone. There was a time when Alicia and I had nothing. That's a topic for another training. Nothing but a blow up bed that burst. We were laying on the floor for quite some time. And it just eliminated my stress, knowing that at least we were together and we had some place to lay our head that was warm, that we could make warm. And I was grateful that I wasn't on the ground, that I wasn't on the floor. And so it eliminates stress. Gratitude also heals. It heals. When you're grateful, when you're truly grateful, you're able to let go of pain. You're able to let go of painful relationships. You're able to let go of the things that have hurt you in your life. You're able to let go of things that people have done, experiences that you have had. Remember, Mr. Johnson said that when he first met me, he put all of these other experiences that he had with other top leaders in this industry, and he put that on me. But it's only when he started to become grateful that I was able to input positivity into his life, that I was able to share with him a true vision, and he became grateful. It started to heal that pain that he felt from people that were not very good leaders. So it heals. It also improves sleep. Just like our Ali Heart, it helps to improve your sleep. There's something that I want to challenge all of you to do, all 28 people that are still with us, and those of you that are joining us on the recording. I encourage you, before you go to sleep, close your eyes. This is something that I learned to do at also a very, very, very difficult time in my life. Very, very difficult time. And I started to, every time I would go to sleep, before I would sleep, I would close my eyes and I would now start to think on my day and think of all of the things that happened during the day that I'm grateful for. And I would fall asleep thinking positive thoughts. I would fall asleep thinking about the things that I'm happy for that happened to me during the day. So it improves your sleep. It also boosts your self-esteem and your performance. It gives you that impetus to keep going forward. Why is it that every single day I wake up trying to figure out how can I help people to move forward faster? It's because of gratitude. I'm grateful to Mr. Arthur Gomez and his wife for saying yes to IMMERI. I'm grateful for every single person that said yes to IMMERI. Every person that said yes. So I want to help them to create the environment for their own personal success. Gratitude also enhances that law of attraction. Very, very big nugget. There's a law called the law of attraction. You attract the people that you are. You attract the person that you are. Write that down. Some people want to attract people into their IMMERI community. You have to become the person that you want to attract. So for you now to get the right people, ever notice in this industry, you've been in this industry for a while, you ever notice that the team embodies the personality of the leader? It's because of the law of attraction. If you have a leader that's self-serving, you will see a team, or you'll see a community around them that is self-serving, that's self-centered. If it is that you are the type of person that is giving, the type of person that wants others to succeed, the type of person that really wants to create something beautiful for other people, that's what will be created. And so gratitude enhances your law of attraction. You will now start attracting so many things things inside this industry, outside in this industry. So many beautiful things now start to come at you because you're grateful. It's almost as if God opens opportunities based on your level of gratitude. It's true. It's true. So I want you to become grateful and embody gratitude, and you will see how your life will change. Opportunities, ideas, resources will just keep coming at you the more grateful you are for what it is that you have already in your life. And gratitude also improves your relationships. Why? Because of authenticity. You can't fake gratitude. Why? It comes out with a but. Ever notice that some people will say, I'm grateful, but I'm happy that you did it. I want to thank you for doing this, but. Or people would say, you know what? I really, really enjoyed this, but. Because they're not fully grateful. Not fully grateful. They're always happy for the things that they have, but they're always looking for more. And that destroys your relationships. So when you become grateful for what it is that people do for you, it improves your friendships. It improves your relationships with that gratitude. Most of the people that Alicia and I have in our lives right now, we hold them so close and we're so grateful for them because they are grateful for us. That's something that I learned the hard way in my first experience in this industry. I found so many people that were so happy for me, but they weren't grateful. They weren't grateful. How do I know they weren't grateful? Because at the first sign of my own personal struggles, the things that I was going through, they disappeared. It disappeared. They no longer saw me as the person that they saw before. And so what I'm saying to you is that as you become grateful, truly grateful for Mrs. Mona Edwards-Jones for putting all of those beautiful things together for our live events, herself and Linda. When you become grateful for these calls, you don't have to be the one to be doing the training or the presentations. When you become grateful for the products that we have, that you want to tell other people about it, you want to go on television like I do, you want to go on radio as I do, you want to now go to all these, to fund yourself in other markets, take yourself, pay your own money to go to these foreign markets in order to now build a business. This is when you now show value and gratitude for what it is that we have. And so you just have to be grateful. And so gratitude, my friends, I hope you took a picture. I hope that you actually just took some notes. Gratitude is a foundation for all success with everything and anything. As you become more grateful for your job, that it allows you to now do the things that you need to do, you perform much better. You become a much more resourceful employee. As you now become grateful for your staff, you become more grateful for the people that you supervise. You become a much better leader. As you become grateful for the people that have said yes to you to IMMERI, you become a much better example to them, allowing them to see your own passion for this journey that we call IMMERI. So one thing I want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with a little exercise. You can choose to do it or not choose to do it. It's up to you and it is for you. It's to create a list of the things that you're grateful for. You could do it tonight. You could do it some other time, but remember, this is for you, not for me. As you become more grateful for the things that you have, you find more value. And guess what happens? That law of attraction is going to kick in and you will see so many more blessings coming to you. You know, I often tell my mom, I always talk about my mom, my soon to be 94-year young mom. Yesterday, she said, you know what? I could do with some coconut water. Guess what happened today? A gentleman that we hadn't seen for at least 4 weeks showed up today, knocked on my door, and says, I've got some coconut water. You think your mom would want some? Because she's always so grateful. Every day when I take care of mom, when I take her up, raise her up, when I take her to the sink, take her to the bathroom, help her to get changed, help her with her meals, the number one thing she always says is thank you. Always so grateful. And so because she's so grateful, almost anything she asks for, God just sends it to her. Just sends it. The best I've ever seen, last point before we shut it down, the best I've ever seen is out of my mom's mouth, there came, you know what? I need some coffee and some banana. She was out of coffee. True story. Here's raisin at the back of my neck. She says, I need some coffee, boy. I need some coffee. Brian, when you go and get some coffee? Mom, I'll go get some coffee soon. And I could do with some bananas. My friends, that very same day, one of my sister's ex-boyfriends just shows up. We hadn't seen him in years. His name is Russell. Russell just said, Mom, I was in the area. And look, I just bring you some bananas here and a bottle of coffee. Who does that? Who has coffee and bananas to come and bring for someone they hadn't seen for years? It's because of gratitude. So, my friends, if you think what I'm talking about is all garbage, then put it where garbage belongs. But if it is that you've seen value in this presentation and you know that it's coming from a place of truth, then I encourage you to now make an effort to write down what it is that you're grateful for. And keep having a grateful heart throughout every single thing that you do, and you will become much more happy and much more successful at every single thing that you do. Be grateful for your staff. Be grateful for your employment. Be grateful for your partners. Be grateful for your business, and be grateful for all of us. Be grateful for IMMERI. And so with that, my friends, I want to thank you so much for being a part of tonight's member orientation program. I pray that this has really been an awesome event. We went a little bit over, just about 18 minutes. So we just take 2 minutes. If there's anyone that would like to share, make a specific comment, you want to say anything, you can go into the chat box and you can put any comment. For the 29 people, thank you so much for staying on. I pray that this has brought value to our members. You know, I always, you know, just pray to be able to bring value to what it is that we have. And so if it is that you want to make a comment or you want to share anything, please raise your hand. We'll unmute you. We just have like maybe about 2 more minutes and then we shut it down. So if you have anything that you want to share, okay, I'm seeing Linda Emmanuel. All right, Linda, we have 2 minutes. So I'll just ask you to unmute. Linda, go ahead and unmute and please share.
Hi, are you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you. Go right ahead, Linda. Good night.
Okay, good night, Brian. First of all, good night to all the Marians and guests. I'm grateful and I'm thankful for life today because I had a challenge over the weekend and I could have ended up in surgery. To say that now, I will say, Brian, I also understand what you talk about gratitude, because just before the show started tonight, the presentation, a neighbor called and asked me for some current. He got disconnected. And I said, no problem. He said, what can I pay you? I said, nothing. So then I went inside. I was on the phone with Lucia. I said, Lucia, you never know where you will end up in life. Something might happen, and that might be the neighbor to come and help me, because he's like, my window is near his wall. So I am saying, being grateful, gratitude and negativity cannot live in the same house. It's like 2 male rats. It cannot live in the same house. So if you're not grateful for what you have, you find you would not get any more. And many of the things you talk of your mother, I can testify to the fact that my mother used to do that very same thing. She always say, I feel like I could do this, I feel like I could get something, and somebody will come from somewhere, they send it from overseas, or they come and bring it in person for her. So God, when you trust in God and you be happy, you be healthy, you be positive, everything you do, you be positive in it, and you keep smiling because Jesus loves us. Have a good night, all.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Linda. Wow, amazing, 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 amazing. Thank you so much for sharing on tonight's call. Wow, amazing. All right, so let's go now to Mr. Ralph Johnson. Mr. Johnson, go ahead and unmute.
Yes, sir. I just want to say, wow, I am so grateful for these training sessions. And for me, it's something that it's not about what anyone else does with it, but what I do with it. Because I can start tonight saying all the things that I'm grateful for. And at the top of the list, sir, would be you and this IMMERI opportunity. I mean, every day I am grateful for my family, for my wife, for my son, for my daughter, and I am grateful for life. I mean, a lot of people saying that in Trinidad right now, things are bad. And to some level it is. But in Trinidad, we have opportunity. We have whatever you're looking for, you will find. And if you're grateful, as you're grateful for the little things, for the things that we truly appreciate, you will see more and more coming to you. And it's so true, because like you, I am getting sweet sleep now, because before I go to bed, I think about the things that I'm grateful for. I think about them wholeheartedly. And, you know, I wake up in a better attitude. I wake up ready to face the day, because I am grateful and I know there will be more coming. And I want us all, the 28 or 29 of us here, to take this and run with it. Not just in our IMMERI life, but in our life in general. Let's be thankful and grateful and see all the things that could happen to us. Sir, I want to thank you again for sharing this opportunity with me, and also for all the training that you do for us, for our success, because I am seeing your vision of our success coming to pass, and your success being a byproduct of that. I want to say thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Wow, so beautiful of you to share, you know, so wonderful of you to share your own truth as well, so often that you do it on our call on the platform. Thank you so much. I see one of our newest members, Susanna Wallace Armstrong. I'm gonna unmute you, Susanna. Go right ahead. Welcome to IMMERI and welcome to the call. Go right ahead.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Pleasure.
We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, it's indeed a pleasure to be on. I thank Dawn for all the encouragement that brought me here this evening. And I've learned a great deal. And I'm leaving excited, especially with that gratitude talk, because I'm always one to promote gratitude. I recently did a video on my channel about gratitude. So as she keeps telling me, this team and this bunch of people is so in sync with who I am and what I do. And so I'm really excited tonight, and I look forward to great things and learning more and more.
Wow, amazing. Thank you, Susanna, for joining our IMMERI community. I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for saying yes. And thank you, Ms. Joan Huggins. Thank you so much, J Unity, for sharing. You know, I always say a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You know, Susanna, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people in alignment with us, you know, and so we do everything on purpose. We do everything in a way that really sticks to our core value. Sharing is rewarding. You know, it is more blessed to give than to take. And also building an environment of filial piety where we treat each other with respect, love, and caring. And so thank you so much, Susanna, for being on the call tonight. I appreciate you being a part of the community. And yes, Joan is here. Joan is telling you, welcome, welcome, Susanna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now I think the last person that will unmute is my wife, Alicia, who is joining me in the next room. Alicia, yes, who was once so shy. Please share. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good night, all our Marians and our new guest, Miss Susanna. Thank you, and welcome to IMMERI. Tonight's call, I was tired. It was very inspiring. I was exhausted. I'm like, oh, I hope I can keep up for this call. But let me tell you, this call was so inspiring and empowering, and it brought chills to my body because the topic about gratitude means a lot to me because I myself was someone who didn't have much gratitude in my life growing up because you have been faced with so many negative things, situations and people, and you could never find something that you were grateful for. And I remember one time, I was seeking therapy and the counselor said, find 3 things you were grateful for, and I couldn't find 3 things I was grateful for. That was the hardest task of my life. But, I was always sick, I was always depressed and not feeling good. And it's only when I started finding the simple things I was grateful for, whether it is life, waking up in the morning, having internet to do the Zoom. I'm so grateful for it. Hearing you, being with you, having all these, warm IMMERIan friends, whatever it is, your job to pay your bills, remember I would be angry to go to work, never liked going to work because it was so negative. But until you really have that attitude of gratitude, then you really are able to have more positive emotions, you have good experiences, you are able to have improved health, you are able to deal with adversity, because it does not mean that adversity does not exist, but you are able to deal with it in a positive way. And of course, as you rightly said, you are able to build stronger relationships. So, I just want to encourage everyone who is listening to the recording, who's on this call, each day life happens, but once we wake in the morning with that attitude of gratitude, life is going to be so much happier. And that is what we are at IMMERI is about. So thank you again, Mr. Louis, for doing this powerful presentation and training. I appreciate you. Thank you and good night, everyone.
Thank you so much, Alicia. I completely agree with everything that you said. Thank you so much for being in this journey, so deep in this journey, sharing your own experiences. I often, one of the things that I'm also so very proud of, our IMMERIan community is the level of authenticity. People are not afraid to share their truth. And it's their truth that really is the embodiment of, the foundation of success. You've got to be honest with yourself first and with others and authentic in order to become successful. So thank you so much, Alicia, for sharing on tonight's call. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me just go through the chat just a little bit to see if we have any more comments, anything else that I want to maybe put on. I'm seeing a lot of positives. Thank you so much. I'm grateful, so grateful for all of the comments. I'm seeing gratitude and negativity can't live in one house. That's true. I just saw something from Mr. Incredible. Saw something from Mr. Incredible that was so awesome. Mighty Muriel, thank you so much for being on as well. I'm seeing your comments. Mr. Incredible, where was it? I saw something from Mr. Incredible that was so true. So put in such a great way. Let's see if I can find it really quickly. Jason Francis said, acknowledging the good you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Absolutely. Because abundance is not just money. I have learned in my years on this earth that it's not just about money. People think abundance is about money. It's not. Abundance is happiness. I often share that I was at my happiest when I was broke. I was at my happiest when I was broke, when I had nothing. And so it's not just about money, but when you acknowledge and you're grateful for all of the things that you have, it's the foundation for all of the levels of abundance in your life. So I want to thank you, Mr. Jason Francis, Mr. Incredible, changing that, for sharing that, and making that, point so very, very well laid. So again, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being on for tonight. We went over a little bit by 30 minutes, but I pray that it still brought a tremendous value to everyone. Thank you to all who participated, Mr. Johnson, Alicia, my wife, as well as Susanna. I want to thank you all for being on this call. And so, my friends, as we say at IMMERI, stay happy and stay simple. Let's keep it going. Please continue to share. We have so much more to do here at IMMERI, so many more people to reach. We encourage you to now be the type of person that you want to see in your own personal IMMERI community. And with that, my friends, as we always say at IMMERI, stay happy and stay simple. Have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow for our Infinite Impact presentation. Be sure to show up, and also show up with a guest or two so that you can now share IMMERI with them. Have a wonderful night, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow night. Have a great